Welcome back, guys. I'm at the bottom of the stairs because I've wanted to talk about the trainers on the stairs. A couple of people have said that you need to sell your trainers on the stairs. These are our trainers, so mine and my son. So I'm going to go through them to show you these are actually our trainers because I'm not getting rid of any of these. Actually, I might get rid of one pair because they're knackered. But yeah, just going to show you. Son's trainers. LeBron James, 70 quid. My football Predators, I play with these every week, 70 quid. They're an old pair, I just use them usually when I'm going around car boots in the summer. They're my old football boots, R9s, they probably need to be chucked. Jordans, 130 quid. My lads' football trainers, 20, 30 quid. These are my old Nikes. They are absolutely knackered, but they are the most comfortable trainers ever. But I think they need to go. They was 130. And then my newest trainers, Solomon Gore-Tex. Got them for 87 quid, but then usually are 110. My lads' Jordans. My Converse. My mom's Adidas like hiking boots. Still got these. I don't know why I got them still, but these are the fake ones. The ones I thought could have been real. They would have been worth $3.5 grand if they were real, but they're fake. And then some old Converse. I like trainers. So I got these ones as well, which are custom made. I need to get some new ones because they're looking a bit tired. So today's video, you're probably going to be watching this thinking, oh, what's he going to be saying? I bet he's going to be slagging people off, blah, 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 and all that lot. Nope, I'm not slagging off anybody, but I will be giving people's YouTube channels a critical review. So these channels are my favorite YouTube resellers, but I feel like everybody can improve in some way or another. Me, myself, and I'm going to talk about my favorite YouTube channels. So if you are new to reselling, these are some of the channels I suggest you go and watch. So sit down, get your popcorn, and let's begin this video. I only watch probably less than a handful of people on YouTube, just because I think there's so many out there and they don't offer anything. I'm being serious. They do not offer anything to help you at all. It's just about me. So they're not going to even get a mention. You're probably thinking, why don't you just out them? Why don't you just say, yeah, John, just tell me which ones are the bad ones? But I don't need to, because you should know yourself which are the good ones and which are the bad ones. I'm going to give a shout out to the people I think are doing a good job on YouTube, because either the entertainment value, the knowledge, what they're obviously giving us guys, and just generally good YouTube channels in like the aspect of actually YouTube, because it's not just about showing what you're buying or what you're picking up. It's about actually the experience on YouTube itself. Is the quality of their videos good? Is their thumbnails good? You know, all that. So I'm going to be obviously talking about the ones I watch, but I'm also going to be telling what they could probably improve. So guys, if you are watching this, I'm not having a go at you. It's just, I think it could up your YouTube game even more if you need it. So don't take offense. I'm not having a go, okay? The first reseller on YouTube that I'm going to talk about is the OGs. If you don't know these, you're probably not watching YouTube, and it's Nick and Andrea. I don't really watch Nick and Andrea that much, because I do feel like some of the videos are a bit boring. Sorry, Nick. I know that sounds bad, but yeah, they are a bit like, yeah, a bit boring. I think it's because they do a lot of talking in their videos, which is not a bad thing, because some people like that. What I love about Nick and Andrea is I just feel like they're decent, honest people. They've made it, haven't they? They've got the most subscribers out of anybody on YouTube through reselling, and it just shows you can actually make a living and a life and be successful through reselling. You know, they're doing it like part-timers now. You know, they do what they want to do. You know, they live in their own house, which is all paid for, which is through like reselling. I know it was through other stuff as well. Just nice and refreshing to see a couple taking every day as it comes, never stressed out. And I think the chemistry between them both is very good, because Andrea is very quiet and you don't really hear much of her. And then Nick's got that little bit of a personality where he's got a bit of a cheeky, chappy vibe to him sometimes. If you watch his videos, he does come out with a few one-liners, which are quite funny sometimes. But yeah, I just feel they're like really nice people. I think they're the sort of people, if you met them, you would have a nice conversation with them and they just wouldn't ignore you. They're just generally nice people. If I had to say anything to improve on their channel, it's probably the quality. Nothing else. I feel like they've got most bases sold, you know, they do the what sold, to do stuff like that. Maybe a few more car boot videos because you don't see that, because that's what resellers really like to watch. But the quality is the worst part of their actual YouTube. The quality of their thumbnails, they're very wishy-washy. And one of the things that I studied when I was doing YouTube way before I did reselling, before and I was doing it on fitness, is thumbnails are massively important when it comes to getting engagement from new subscribers. And the other thing is maybe get a better camera. I know you use your phone. I use my phone. This is my phone now. But so it's more clearer. Maybe get better spotlights so you don't look like it's a camera from maybe the early 2000s. But other than that, absolutely brilliant channel. They don't get that many subscribers for nothing. So they're doing something good. But yeah, maybe just the quality of the filming, and that's it. And I guarantee if you improve the quality of filming, you'll be on the way to 100,000 subscribers and get that play button. The next person is somebody that doesn't need any introduction with when it comes to quality of his videos, and that is Ricky Resales, because thumbnails are spot on, his filming is spot on, and he spent a bit of money to get this. And I do feel like he's one of the better resellers when it comes to quality on YouTube. I feel like Ricky is like me. You either like him or you don't. I have a few people on my channel who don't like Ricky, and I don't know why. Maybe because he comes across a bit like cocky, but that's his personality. He's not cocky. He's a generally nice person. You know what you're going to get with Ricky, you know, and he's really knowledgeable in the reselling community. He knows a bit about everything. He's like the Dell boy of like the reselling market. He doesn't care about making big money and all that lot. See through his sales, he's always making money every day. He might not be making hundreds of pounds every day, but he does make some of them. And he's just doing it to provide for his family, obviously for himself. And, you know, that's where he's happy at. I feel like Ricky, if he wanted to be, he could be one of the biggest resellers in the UK by far. But he doesn't want to be. He's happy what he wants to do. And that's the thing. When you're looking at a reseller on YouTube, don't judge them by what they've got around them or who they're with or how much money they make, because sometimes we don't want to make loads of money, but it doesn't mean that they can't make money. They're just happy in what they are doing. I am the same. If I wasn't to compare myself to pretty much anybody, it probably would be Ricky, because I'm pretty honest like him, but I do it in a different way. But with Ricky, I just feel like there's not much to criticize about his channel. The one thing that could improve it is maybe going out a few more places, maybe going like and driving to a different area, to some charity shops, maybe doing a few more videos like that, because sometimes I know for a fact sitting in your house or going to a charity shop and then that's it, it does get a bit the same repetition, and maybe going somewhere new will be quite cool. You know, I don't know, you know, it's totally up to him. I don't know the circumstances of everybody, you know, maybe they can't go out. I don't know where the areas they live in. Ricky, you're doing an absolutely smashing job. You're always one of them people that I watch from the start to the end, because you keep it interesting. The next person is somebody I've only just started watching, and that's Cooking Haydens. Reason being, I just feel like they have got a lot of knowledge in like certain aspects. I watched a few videos months ago when they was in America, and I feel like they were really interesting, but I didn't know who they were. They just popped up, and I subscribed to them like about a month ago, because I just like the way he goes through certain things. He doesn't just do car boot videos or charity shop videos. He'll do wholesale videos. He'll go through stuff. He'll be honest about them as well. Like recently in his load of rubbish pile of Ed Hardy stuff. But it's just generally quite knowledgeable in, like Ricky, a bit of everything, and is very professional with his obviously filming as well. Great quality filming, great thumbnails again, and I think you can learn a lot from him if you're a newbie as well. He just does a vast amount of different sort of items. So mate, you're doing great on your channel. If I had to have any criticism, it probably not long-wind these talking videos. You know, sometimes people haven't got the attention span for long talking videos. Maybe just get to the point quickly. I know it happens in some. I've done long videos, but maybe some videos just cut out all the storytelling and just get down to the point, because mainly that's what people want to do. I always say that the best YouTube videos are usually around 10 to 15 minutes. I watch vidIQ, I watch Tube Buddies, and they always say 10 to 15 minutes is the sweet point. After that, unless you're really good and you're doing a really good job of storytelling, people will go. And on YouTube, you can check out your actual performance of videos. Usually at the start, it goes like that, and it's usually around about 80-90%. And then when it gets to about 2 minutes, it starts going down. What you want to do is you want it to be going down, but staying around about 50 to 60, right? And then maybe at the end, drop off to like 30, 20. And that's what YouTube love. If you can get videos that go straight across or fall down very slowly, that means that video is very good, and YouTube will just push that video up massively. The next YouTuber is Master of Pieces, and the reason I'm saying Master of Pieces is because he's one of the only YouTubers out of the ones I've actually spoke about. I've met Ian, and he's generally a decent lad. Family bloke, does it part-time as well. And this is the thing, he has to get a shout out because his numbers in reselling are as good as mine. He is really good at what he finds. I don't even know how he finds it in these little like villages in Wales or wherever he is, because he just seems to pick up loads of good stuff. And the stuff he picks up is the stuff that I like picking up. Obviously got Welsh Picker Poker. I'm going to give a quick shout out to him as well, which is his mate. He's got a nice little channel as well. But Ian is just a genuinely lovely person. Going out with his sons, picking up stuff. It's just nice. He explains everything. He explains the good points, the bad points. And remember, he's doing all this with a full-time job. And it just shows that you don't need to be full-time to be successful in reselling. And big, massive respect to him. He's a business seller as well. Being part-time, you know, he's just a generally decent person. But he has got a problem with one thing on his channel, and that's the same with Nick and Andrea. The quality of his videos are not the best. Ian, you know you can do better with them thumbnails. They are not the best. You could get somebody to do them for you, or get them just a bit more popping so they stand out. Like you see Ricky's are very good thumbnails. They pop out, they make you engaged. You want to see what's in that video. Also, maybe the filming of the videos. I know you do it all on your phone. Maybe get a GoPro next year if you're going to go out and do some like picking, just so you got both your hands free and it's got a bit better quality. Nothing else wrong with it. It's absolutely brilliant. Everything else is spot on. So Ian, carry on. I feel like with Ricky, if you improve that bit of quality, I feel like YouTube will just push you up even more. I feel like you're going to get to 15, 20,000 maybe next year if you do the things I just said, because yeah, I think that's the only thing that's not making you grow even more. You got to remember, all these channels are bigger channels than mine, but like I said, sometimes little tweaks and that would make it a lot better. Also guys, if you are watching, what improvements could I do in my channel? At the end of the day, the people who are watching are the people who are giving us the views, and it's not just all subscribers. I've just got to remember, everybody thinks that YouTube is run by subscribers. It's not. Subscribers are a small percentage of the views. If we all look at our YouTube channels now, I guarantee we're all around about the 70%, which is non-subscribers that are watching, to 30%, which are proper subscribers. So them people who are not subscribed are watching you because YouTube are actually bringing them to you. So yeah, better quality videos, better quality thumbnails, and you'll be laughing. I've only got a couple of more channels that I'm going to talk about, but I just want to give a shout out to some of the other subscribers that I don't really talk about because I don't really watch their videos because I think they drag on a bit, but they are very good at reselling. So if you are interested in obviously learning, these channels are good as well. I have watched a few of their videos, and some of them, they do pick up some very good stuff, and they're very good at their job. So Brum Reseller, very good at his job. I just think his videos go on a bit, so I don't really watch them very long. The Flipping Sloth, everybody seems to like him, but like again, I think like there's no interaction that with the viewers that much. People like ABL have got great knowledge, but I just don't like the videos. They're very similar, every single one. There is smaller people as well that should get mentioned. You know, the people who don't seem to get that many views, like Welsh Picker Poker. He gets good views, but his channel is not that big. He picks up some really nice little gems, and if you like masterpieces, you should be following him because he's a weird guy. But he's a cool guy, and yeah, next year I'm definitely going to come down to you, good mate, and check out your charity shop that you work at, and yeah, go around the charity shops where your masterpieces go around, because you always seem to pick up really good things. And I'm going to go to that church because that pickup you recently picked up with all them games, wow, what a find. But there is so many out there, and I can't tell you about every single one. Every YouTube channel has good things about it and bad things about it. If you want to see controversy, honesty, probably come to me and Ricky, because Ricky has done some very controversial videos as well. If you want nice, laid-back, relaxed videos, then go to people like Nick and Andrea. If you like picking videos, then go to people maybe like Jammy Dodger. He's another one I think is a really good YouTuber. The only thing about Jammy Dodger, I feel like he doesn't know what to do other than picking, you know? He's what sold, and his picking videos are the only thing he does. Maybe just go around to some charity shops as well, because we all like to see charity shops. And I actually gave him a message this week because he's doing his Christmas vlogish, and I went, if you need any help about obviously doing daily videos, let me know. Maybe just go to a charity shop and look at some high price and put that as a thumbnail of how pricey that item is, and you're going to get loads of views for it, because people like seeing expensive charity shops, so people can moan down in the comments saying, oh my god, charity shops are so bad, oh, such a rip-off, blah blah blah. And yeah, I hope, Jamie, I think you a really good channel. You've absolutely blown up, and you deserve it, because his car boot videos by far are probably the best. In and out, how you're supposed to do it. And yeah, he picks up a load of really good stuff. Not a big trainer fan, you know, obviously I am, because I've got my own, but I find it hard to sell trainers. Shoes I'm all right with, but trainers just seem to hang around. But fair play to him, and well done on your 20,000 total over 90 days. You deserve it. But the last person I'm going to talk about is Retro Reseller, and he's one of my favourites. To be fair, Retro Reseller George is one of my favourites, because I just feel like he's a genuinely decent bloke, family bloke again, and he really knows what he's on about. He's got a great setup. His videos are so professional. I mean, they are really professional. He puts some time into his videos. Quality, spot on. Like Ricky, just as good as Ricky. You know, he spent some money on, obviously, the quality of his filming, and yeah, he's just got loads of knowledge. If there's anything that I would say that he doesn't seem to pick up much, is toys. And I think he's missing out a bit of a trick on toys. I never see him really pick up many toys. And toys is a big market. He loves his big tech, which I do, and he loves his clothing, which obviously I don't. I will pick up some, but obviously, you know, I'm not a fan of clothing. But yeah, if you want to learn something, he's one of the #1 ones to actually go and watch. The only criticism I have of George is maybe be a bit more interactive with your followers. I do see you not comment back to a lot of subscribers who spend their time watching you and maybe commenting down below, and you haven't really acknowledged them. Yeah, just putting a thumbs up or saying, oh, thank you for watching. And that's what I try and do with every subscriber, because I feel like if it wasn't for all the subscribers and they're taking their time out to actually comment, you know, they wouldn't watch. And I, as a subscriber of other channels, you know, and when you get that comment back or a reply back, it makes you feel good. So I want to make them feel good. Obviously, I want to acknowledge them as well, not just ignore them. I think that's the only little point that George maybe needs to maybe acknowledge his supporters a bit more. I know he does comment to some of them, but it seems like maybe just do a bit more and maybe spend like half an hour just going through every comment and just giving a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds. But yeah, they are my favorite YouTubers for reselling. Yeah, I'm not going to go on about the worst ones because they don't even deserve being acknowledged on this channel, because if I do talk about them, they're going to get obviously some acknowledgement, aren't they? And I actually don't think you need to be told who are the bad ones. You do see them out in the wild or at a car boot, at a charity shop, they're worth going up to and saying, hi, I watch your channel, because you know what? They got good channels and, you know, they deserve the praise they get. Obviously, I didn't mention myself in the whole list, and I'm not going to, because I don't feel like I'm in that sort of category compared to them. I'm still quite new. Ricky's been doing it a lot longer than me. George has been doing it a lot longer than me. Andrea's been doing it a lot longer than me. Remember, this is my 2nd year. I've been doing YouTube for a long time, but reselling YouTube, I haven't. This year, I think I've got almost 3,000 new subscribers, which I'm quite happy about. I mean, that is really good. I don't know how many subscribers people get, you know, a year, but for me to get almost 3,000 subscribers in a year, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy now. And the future's looking bright, you know. And that's why I said earlier, comment down below, what would you like to see in my channel next year? What would the things that you really want me to do or improve? But I hope you enjoyed this. Guys, the ones I've mentioned, if any of you do watch this video, just comment down below and I will comment back to you. But hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe it, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.